Okay, and we are live, guys. Welcome back to Posh Spirit Week, and this is Raising the Ball podcast. And guys, I know you guys been anticipating. We are hosting today the fabulous Miss Talia Foster. You guys see her all over social media, and not only social. I don't even know which business to highlight because she got like a lot of them. But the one that stood out to me, of course, is definitely the draping. So, guys, Miss Talia Foster, let me tell you a little bit about this lady right here. In recognition of her exceptional skills and dedication, Talia was awarded one of the top three event planners in Warren for 2022 through 2024. And that is by the best rated, and she also was nominated as one of the top three favorite event planners, guys, for the Detroit Choice Awards. She is going to be in the building in the Detroit location for the business boot camp for the Premium Draping Masterclass tour. So, guys, let's y'all just clap it up in the chat for Miss Talia Foster. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Keisha. Talia, welcome to the show, girl.
Thank you. I'm so excited for this opportunity. Just thank you.
Absolutely. So what are some of the things, like, first of all, just tell the people what it is that you do, like, because it's a lot. What do you do?
So I actually I do event planning and design. My specialty is draping, of course. I started doing draping in 2016. I took a class in 2016, and then I really kind of honed in on my draping skills over the last couple of years. So my focus, my specialty, my love is draping. I also am a travel content creator. I've collaborated with several different brands, from Detroit's own Takeoff Luggage. I've also been highlighted in the Wall Street Journal for my travel content. And then I also do t-shirt, apparel, and gifts.
Yes, like every time I looked up, like, you were doing something. Clearly, draping was the one that took me by storm. But I'm like, what you doing? I'm like, so I had to get you in on this, because not only are you specializing in draping, you're doing exceptionally well being able to display that all across your social media and actually carve out your area in the draping industry for being known what it is that you do. So I figured you would be perfect for telling us some social media stuff. So what are some of the things that, like, you can help us viewers out? Because that's one of the biggest things they struggle with. Social media, showing up, posting. What are some of those things you're going to talk about at the business boot camp?
So some of those things are, so I'm an automations girl. It's just me that runs my business. Sometimes, yes, I love automations. I love setting up automations. I love if I can automate my life, that's what I love to do. So I encourage people to do that. So one of my businesses, I have like 7 automations set up. From abandoned carts to retargeting to social media comments. And I know, Precious, you use that as well. So anything that I can automate, because it's only me. Now, don't get me wrong, I do subcontract some of the work. However, because it's just me, I try to automate as much as possible. So some of those things are using like ManyChat for Instagram. If you don't want to pay for a paid service, they have link DMs, and I think they give you up to 20,000 messages a month, if I'm not mistaken. So what I've known, anytime someone asks me something and they ask me more than once, I'm going to automate it. I'm going to automate it, or I'm going to create a FAQ for it. And that helps me, and it also helps my clients. So to give you an example, I always get people asking me, where do I get my drapes from? So what I did was, on Instagram and Facebook, I set up an automation. So I collab with a couple of brands, and I'm an affiliate with them, so I earn a commission. So what I do is, anytime they ask me, where do you get your drapes from? I put in an automation that says, comment, I don't know, drapes. Mm-hmm. And it sends them a list of where I get my supplies from. So that way I don't have to go through and respond to every comment. I tend to go viral a lot. My last video on Facebook is at 1.7 million. And then that same video on Instagram is at 900 and something thousand. So just imagine even 5% of those people asking, where did you get your drapes from? Where do you get your drapes from? There's no way there's no way possible that you can go through and comment each time, letting these people know, where you get your supplies from. And it doesn't have to be, you let them know where you get your supplies from. It could be any kind of automation, comment order to order. It could be for my travel, because I collab with a brand. It could be, that key, it's a keyword. So they comment a keyword and then they get that information sent to their DM. So, and then another email I use HoneyBook. And what I love about HoneyBook, I switched to them a year ago. What I love about them is that they use AI and they use automations and they suggest things. So automations is life.
Yes, like I talk about automations all the time. The beauty in automations, realistically, for those of you that are listening, and I know you probably hear this term thrown around a lot, is because when I'm talking to you guys about automations, like my little comments may be in the hundreds, right? I may get like 200, 300 comments.
Mm-hmm.
But did you hear the young lady say she had 1 million? Like, baby, I can't even keep up with the hundreds. So can you imagine having to? You won't even have no thumbs left. So
no.
Automation is definitely life. Automation is key. While she is sitting here on this podcast, while I am sitting here on this podcast, we already have content in the back end that is working for us, and that's bringing, attracting leads, and funneling them wherever they need to go. So, guys, automation is definitely something not only that you need, but she's going to be going deeper into it in the business bootcamp and telling you those some strategies that you can implement easily. Don't get overwhelmed thinking, it's a lot of tech, because it's not. It's not. So Alicia, like, oh my God, 7. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It's really not. So I love it. I love it.
Yeah, 7. So that's for my apparel business. So when you think about, when you think about 7, you're like, oh my God, what automations? And like Precious said, I'll go deeper into some of those at the business bootcamp. But for it depends on the type of business that I have. So even when I had my venue, I had automation set up, which I actually thought about writing a book, because we were a six before we closed down, we were a 6-figure venue. And even after just coming out of COVID. So I applied those same automations, not the same exactly, but some of those automations to my event venue business, and then also to my event planning business. So automations is life. And also automations, when you set those automations up, think about it. It's work that you're already doing, but you're automating it. So it's not like, you're saving time by setting it up in the beginning. And then with automations, you can also drive in extra income. So I have a friend, she opened a venue and I gave her some of those automations. I'm not sure if she's still using them, but like I said, I used them for my event venue and it generated extra income on top of that. So yeah, automations is life.
So for those that, you're telling them about automations, but give them some things that can happen while things are automating. Like the business is still running, but what could you be doing with all that free time, Chad? What do you be doing? I see you travel a lot.
So I love to travel. I mean, if I could be an airplane, I would. No, seriously. So I love to travel. And honestly, like my focus is going to, travel. Like I want to be a full-time traveler. Like that's I don't want to have, my home is wherever I end up.
Yeah.
Wherever I'm going. That's what, I said that a few days ago on Facebook. I'm manifesting a life of travel. Like I love the experience. So when I'm automating these things, even digital products, I'm automating them. So I took 3 weeks off in April, and I actually made more in April than I did any other month. And I was off for 3 weeks. So I was off from like the 6th through the 26th. And I only worked a week, maybe 5 days. And I had a lot of things that were automated.
Yeah.
And I brought in income that I wasn't even here to work. So.
Okay. But our people, let's keep it funky. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. A lot of these people that's on this podcast right now and that's listening live, even though it's going to air later, they struggling with just even hitting the post button. Like the people that are struggling with the content, the people that are struggling showing up, going live, nurturing their audience and asking for the sale. What is a good starting point that you would tell them? get into this ring with the content creation, get into this ring with the social media strategy, because it's money out here?
So I'm glad you brought that up, because I was actually going to touch on that a few days ago, but with everything that's been going
Don't
on.
go too deep though. You got to say that for the room, baby.
Yes. So basically, I always have people like, I don't know what to post, or I don't know where to start. And honestly, so for me, I get a lot of my opportunities because I post my own original content. Now, every now and again, I might share something. Okay, Ashanti, she's pregnant. I might share a picture of her. But when you go to my page, a lot of my content is my own. So a lot of those opportunities that I've gotten are because of my own content. It was to a point where my significant other, he was like, "You're always recording everything," but now it's like when we go out, he was like, "Did you get your videos?"
Right.
Before it was like, "Can we have dinner unplugged?" You know what I mean? But now it's like he's on it. You know what I mean? He sees the thing. Like this more few days ago, I'll give you an example. If you're on TikTok, I have one page that has 30-some thousand followers, my apparel page. And then I have a page, my event page, that has like 129,000 followers. So I've been saying, you know what? I need a wagon. Right. And so the other day I was like, you know what, Talia? They have wagons on TikTok Shop. You can just simply request, because you have so many followers, you can simply request a free sample. So I had a company reached out to me, and that's another thing about posting your own. And I say this all the time about posting your own original content. Is because of the opportunities. So with that being said, this company reached out to me a few months ago, and they were like, "Hey, we want to send you a heat press, and you can keep it, or we just asked, can you do a video, or can you you can give it away, or you can keep it, or whatever." Now this particular heat press, I already have 3. I have 3. I had a company that sent me one 2 years ago, and then I bought one. And then I have an old one. So that same company, I was like, "Hey, they sell these wagons." So I sent them an email the other day, and I'm like, "Hey, do you offer free samples for this particular wagon?" It's a double-decker wagon, 450. It holds 450 pounds. So I reached out to them, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, we can send you a wagon. Can you just do two TikTok videos?" No problem. I can do that. I was planning on doing the TikTok videos anyway, because I'm on TikTok Shop. So even if I do a video and somebody makes a purchase, I earn affiliate commission. So with that being said, this is why it's important to post. Just post, show up. It's not that hard. Sometimes we overthink it. Sometimes people are like, "Well, I don't want to be on camera." I'm sure you have some faceless content in your phone. It could be, behind the scenes. It could be you pulling things out of storage. It could be you organize things in a tote. It could be you going to set up for an event. It could be any of those things. You don't necessarily have to talk all the time. I started going viral just recording 30-second time lapses. That's where it all started. I was like, I'm going to start practicing. It started with me practicing, and I started recording myself. And then after that, I started going viral. So that's how I gained on TikTok those 120-some thousand followers, just showing up, just posting. And also I'll say, adding quotes. So if you've recorded yourself doing, setups, add some value, add some tips. I shared something about 2 weeks ago saying that, if you don't know how to edit, you can use Canva. If you use Canva, you can create reels on Canva. Just simply go to mobile video on Canva, and search your video and search your picture. You can use pictures to create reels, add some text. You can add animations. You can use
okay, Talia, you're giving them too much now. Hold on, stop the bus.
Okay. Thank you, Mercedes.
I love all of these ideas, though. That means
yes,
it's endless.
Yes, it's endless.
Yes.
I get blocked because I have so many ideas that I get to a point where I'm like, ugh, I'm just not going to post anything today because I have so many. And just to give you an example, I posted a video last year. It was a Juneteenth backdrop. So when I've said this before too, if you follow me, you can repost your old content, right? Just make it different. So what Facebook does, or any other social media platform, when you repost especially if you're in professional mode and you're earning money on this content, you want to change it up a little bit, whether it's adding text or whether it's doing some short cuts or edits before you repost it. So I had a Juneteenth backdrop I did last year. I can't remember how many views it got last year. And then this year I wasn't going to repost it, but I was like, you know what? I'll repost it. So I reposted. That video is now at 1.7 million views, and it has earned me a couple of $100 just from reposting it. And I wasn't one to repost it. So it's actually earning me money on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah.
I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. You guys are going to post anyway. Why not make it a little more strategic and get the coin? Now you have people running around complaining about, oh my God, Facebook only sent me $2 a day.
Yeah.
Baby, let me tell y'all something. Last week, I don't know why, but Facebook sent me like 7 checks, but over the span of 3 days. I think because I got so many pages. I don't even know. But baby, that's a whole massage for me. So
yes.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Exactly. You know, you're on, like, don't get me wrong, like my page, you know, I have a lot of followers. However, because I go viral a lot, I have a lot of followers. My engagement, I haven't really spent a lot of time on Facebook like a lot of people. My page grows slowly because I do post my own original content. I don't post a lot. I don't like to post a lot of news but Mercedes, that $6 can get you something at Starbucks, or you know, go towards, you know, a meal or something. But think about it, you were, like I tell people all the time, you were on Facebook anyway. So $6, $10, $30, $300, $1,000, like you're on social media anyway. So it's like, you know, you're gonna do it.
You're gonna
get some coin from it, you know. And then also with me, I'm in a lot of affiliate programs. So if you notice, like if I'm posting something and someone's asking me about it, I'm probably going to earn an affiliate commission from it. I mean, there's no extra charge to my clients or to my followers, but if I've sourced this information, a lot of times if I've sourcing a lot of information for people, the least you could do, if you're not purchasing, if you're not, you know, getting a backdrop, the least you could do is support my affiliate link. You know what I mean? I might earn a couple of dollars commission or whatever, but
it's crazy. It's so many ways, guys. When I created the monetization model, and this I did back in 2022, is because everything I found that I was doing, for one, I enjoyed it, and then for two, there was a way to add an additional stream of revenue. And so once I figured, when 2022, I'm like, hey, I got like 7 businesses, because if I'm going to do this, even from everything I wear, if I'm going to wear clothes and people are like, that's cute, I'm like, all right, there go the link.
Yes.
So many different ways for you to monetize your content. The main thing, guys, I don't know what y'all hiding from. That's what y'all hiding from. You're hiding from money. You hiding from opportunity. But like she said, guys, I didn't wake up, Alicia, like you said, we make it seem so effortlessly. Why? Because we practice. We just did it, right?
Yes.
If you look at my content 2 years ago, I look like a fish out of water.
Me too. It's some backdrops. I'm like, I did that. You know, but the thing is, I showed up. Like, you have to show up. Like, nobody can show up. Like, I tell people all the time, like, you can't show up for someone else. I tell, you know, my daughter, I tell my kids, you know, you have to show up for you. Like, I support whatever you do, but you have to show up. And it's not that hard. I went through my phone because I started another Instagram page for my digital products, and I was thinking about making it faceless. And then when I went through all my videos, I'm like, I have a bunch of, you know, faceless content. I don't want to talk, but I have a lot of faceless content, and I'm sure, you know, people have I'm sure, you know, people have faceless content, you know, in their phone. You take pictures, like Precious said. If someone is asking me, like, I have an Amazon storefront, and so when people are asking me, where did you get that from? Here you go. Here's the link. You know what I mean? Especially if it's something that I've sourced. I have people all the time ask me, where do you get your drapes from? What kind of drapes are they? What do you use? They want the exact same look. They may not be able to get that because of the skill, like the time that I put into it. And they may be able to. I'm not saying that they can't, but they want to know exactly what I used. So I put together these lists, and I send that to them. I'm actually partnered with this brand, this company. Again, when you post your own original content, you get people reaching out to you. I get people reaching out to me all the time. it's overwhelming sometimes
It
because
is
I get the
overwhelming.
emails. Yeah, I get the emails. I get the TikTok messages. I get like people want to send me free stuff all the time. I've collaborated with Victory Store to do a few of their products, paid collaborations. So that's another thing. So not only affiliate collaborations,
All
I
right
also
now,
do
Talia,
paid.
reel it back. Come on now. Come on now. You got them gems. You know,
Okay,
they
I saved that. I saved that. But yeah, you gotta show up. Again, you look at my page, and a lot of the content that I share is my own original content.
yeah.
There is very, very few times that I share other people's, stuff sometimes, but I really, my focus is sharing my own original content, and that's how I get a lot of my opportunities.
Awesome. We got a couple questions, guys. If you guys have any questions, first of all, if you are coming to the Detroit tour stop, I need y'all to drop the D down in the chat. Let us know who's going to be in the building. And we got a question from Nicole. How do you know if those collaborations are real when they reach out to you?
Okay, so I'm big on spam, and I can see a spam or a scam from a mile away. So I look at their email. So case in point, if there's a real, so I'll give you an example. Nike, right? So if let's just say you get an email from Nike, and it says, I don't know, collaborations Nike@gmail.com. Okay. Now, Nike, this big corporation, is not sending you an email from a Gmail account. Now, don't get me wrong. I use Gmail, but I'm a smaller business. I have, info@lavishbytalia.com that matches my website. But you can kind of spot, especially if they're bigger brands, you can kind of spot if it's a scam. Now, as far as my smaller brands, a lot of us, we do use Gmail. I actually love Gmail. I switched from Yahoo to Gmail, and I love it because of the things that I can do within Gmail, as far as like organization and automations and everything like that. So when it comes to those type of things, I take that email or phone number or name and plug that into Google, and then I do, my search. I do a very, very, extensive search. So I'll give you an example. I had a guy commented. He commented. I gotta get some food. He made a comment on my TikTok page, and he said, "Hey, I'm from the Wall Street Journal. I want to feature you." And at first, I went to his page. He had, I don't know, 28 followers. So that doesn't really mean anything. So I know a lot of times people are like, "Oh, well, they have." I mean, it's people out here with hundreds of thousands of followers that are scammers, right? So he had like 28 followers. I'm like, okay. But then he sent me his email. So I took that email, I plugged it into Google, and it went to the Wall Street Journal's website where he had a profile. So I'm like, okay, well, I know he's a part of the Wall Street Journal. So I went ahead and I proceeded with the collaboration. He actually reached out to me. So just doing that research, right? Just doing that research. Collaborations on TikTok, I get emails all day long. And basically what they'll do is they'll send you their TikTok shop. And then I just, go look at their TikTok shop. And again, I look at the web address, I look at the email and those sorts of things and vet it from there.
Yeah, the TikTok ones ain't no joke, boy. They do come all day, every day. One thing I want to kind of point out to you guys that is into the affiliate marketing or is into the paid content. One thing you want to be sure of, because once you start monetizing your content, it will be an influx. All they need to see is that you have an audience that responds to you and that you have some kind of influence over your audience. Yes. They're going to reach out to you all day long. However, every person or company that approaches you may not be in alignment with what it is that you do. I get so many all day, every day. They send me Tonka trucks. We want you. What am I gonna do with a Tonka truck?
Yes.
What am I gonna do? But if it's something that I know that I could utilize, and I may want to try the product or whatever, then I'll do it. But if they sending me some stuff and I'm like, like they want to send you some negligee. Where I'm going with that? Where I'm
On an
going?
event page. Yeah,
Where?
I've gotten lashes. Like I think I logged in this morning, I had like 14 invites today, just today. And it could be lashes, it could be clothes, it could be so one person did send me one of those neck fans on my event page. I'm like, I'll take that.
Yeah, because
Because that's
that's something you can use.
I'll take that. But just as an example, on my old page before they banned my personal page on TikTok before I went to Thailand, I got a camera. I got some gym shoes, some PJs, just all kinds of
All
swimsuits,
kinds of stuff. Yep.
all kinds of stuff. But on TikTok, another thing that I do is that I vet those companies. I go and look. What I try to do is see if they have, a lot of sales. You also don't want to get with a company on TikTok that's selling trademarked items. So if they're selling Nike shoes, they're more, if they don't have a license to sell Nike shoes, they're more likely going to get shut down. So you don't want to, collab with those type of people, but just generic stuff. So I got, I think, 2 free bathing suits for my Thailand trip. I got a 4K camera, just a bunch of stuff. And then it was funny because my boyfriend was like, where did you get that from? I'm like, oh, I got that for free. So now again, he's like, did you get your content?
Right.
So anytime we go anywhere, did you get your content? I just went to we were in Frisco. I kept saying Dallas. So we were just in Frisco and I went to Kidzania. So I don't know if you guys heard of Kidzania. It's a place for kids. It's like a city that teaches kids different career paths. So while we were there, I was like, me and my boyfriend like, oh, we want to go. So I tried to get us tickets, right? And when you go online, they don't let you buy tickets unless you have a child with you. So I'm like, oh my God, we can't get tickets. So we went there. I talked to the lady at the counter. I said, hey, I'm a travel content creator from Detroit. I have over 50,000 followers. I'm here just for a few days. I would love the opportunity to, get some content for my followers that have, kids. And they let me in. Normally they would not, because you have to have a kid. But they let me in and come, do a tour and come in and get content. So again, post your own original content.
Yeah. We got another question from Nicole, and we're going to wrap. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. So we're going to wrap up the podcast. Great info. Thank you. Y'all know I ain't got my glasses on. Thank you for Tally. Give it a go.
Okay, so she said, great info. Thank you for this on vetting. Would you build your personal following first on my pages? Would you build your personal following first on my pages first with personal posts, then look for affiliate options? So, so basically right now so I'll say this. It depends on the affiliate programs that you are working with. So I'll give you an example. Amazon, they don't, I think they just changed some of their terms, but I'll say this: Amazon is one of the lowest paid affiliate programs out there. But they have a lot of opportunity. But I know that they have certain requirements that you have to have. If you're doing a group, it has to be public. If you're doing a page, it has to be public. I'm an influencer, so they have influencer and they have affiliate, and there's different requirements for each. So I would definitely recommend looking into that. I do use it on my page because I'm an influencer, but I think if you're an affiliate, you have to have either a business page or a group. But again, you have to look at each company's requirements. As far as other affiliate programs, again, it comes down to requirements. You can have a small amount of followers, but your engagement is high. So followers doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's good sometimes, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything to some of these affiliate programs. They want to know if you're engaged, if your audience is engaged. They don't want to go to your page and just see you posting affiliate links and then there's no engagement. Are you able to, create content that gets people talking and, stuff like that? So again, it depends on the affiliate program, and there's so many out there.
It really is.
I had one reach out to me from Cancun. It was a travel company in Cancun that reached out to me. And basically they were like, we're offering, I don't know, I think it was like 30% commissions on each like vacation, I promoted, but I decided not to go with them. Because their follow-up to my emails were very slow. So I'm like, okay, that's a red flag for me. But yeah, there's so many
So
out
many.
there. I've
So
gotten a
many.
heat press, a tumbler press, a button machine, a tumbler. Well, I said tumbler press already. Cameras, all kinds of stuff for like free and sometimes paid collaboration. So yeah, there's again, I'll say it all the time. Post your own original content.
Absolutely. And don't overthink it, guys. If
Nope.
whatever it is that you guys are doing, it is content. Content is king. Now it's like funny that you said that, Talia. Like that's how it was um before when I was first getting into it, and like everything, every moment was like a, oh, let me catch you this content.
Yes.
Now it's like I don't even be in content creating mode, but Doc will be like, did you get the video? And it's
Yes.
funny.
Yes.
But
Yes.
you have
He used to do
that's
the same
important. Like
thing.
you
Like,
have to get people on the bandwagon, and you got to,
yes.
if you really want to make money in this content creation world, you got to get people on the bandwagon and really support you in the process and let them. Now we know, no matter where we going, I don't care where we going. The first 5 minutes, we working. I gotta get this content.
Yes.
After that, we can do whatever we gonna do.
Yes, I take a tripod, a light. What I have a kit, so my tripod goes with me all the time. I didn't take it the last time because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna chill. But yeah, he's normal. Before it was like, do you have to record everything? Now it's like, did you get that? Did you get
Yeah,
did you get the
yeah,
content? And I'm like, I didn't even think. Like, it could be times I'm not even thinking about it, and he's like, let me take this picture, let me get this
yeah.
video, and I'm like, oh, let me do this unboxing. I'm like, oh, okay.
Absolutely. Guys, you gotta come to the business boot camp down in Detroit. It's not only she's not only gonna be talking about how to do the content, how to create the content, how to get into new habits of creating content, but also how to get paid from it. How to get paid from something you're already doing. That's the main thing. You're already doing it. You're in your
Yeah.
phone 75% of the day. If you don't believe me, go to your settings and check your screen time. Check it.
Yeah.
Y'all go do it right now. I guarantee you be on your phone scrolling 75% of the time. Why not get paid for it? Y'all keep saying you
Yeah.
don't have time, you don't know what to post. She's gonna tell you exactly what to post in the business boot camp. Get your ticket, they only $97. We have not done no promos the entire year. We're doing it this time because we're partnering with amazing speakers such as Talia, with some other ones that we're doing in all of the locations. We partner with venues for the tour. So, guys, this is me taking my blessings and passing them on, guys. Get in the room.
Yes.
Any last words you have for our guests? I mean, for our viewers.
No, I'll just say, like I always say, post your content. Another thing that I do is I watermark my content. I don't care if it's me on the beach. I don't care if it's my feet in the sand. I watermark my content. And I know a lot of people are like, she's always putting a watermark, because my content is always stolen. Always. I don't know what it is, but people are always stealing my content. Like the last time I had someone steal my content, it was for some work I did. And so that's why I watermark all of my stuff. It could just be my name. So I recommend that you guys even do that. And you can do that in Canva as well. Just like I said, creating your reel or your video or your photo and just adding your name or adding your logo. I add my logos to all my work videos, and I add my personal watermark to my personal content, so that way people aren't stealing it. And it's another thing I want to share too, but I'll share that in the business.
Yeah.
And basically I'll just give you a teaser. But basically, a lot of times people are like, well, you posted it on social media, so it's free for the taking. And that's not the case. And you do have protection, even though it's not copyrighted. So we'll talk about that in the business bootcamp.
I'm glad you hit on that. We had an attorney last week on the podcast that was talking about that. So I'm glad you're talking about that, because it is important. Like, protect yourself at the end of the day.
I've had my content removed several times because of this particular thing, because it is my content. Like, if it's something that I posted and I shared it and someone takes it and they post it as their own, I can have that removed. So yeah, we'll talk about that in the business bootcamp.
I love it. Well, guys, thank y'all for tuning in with us live. This was so much fun. We got to do it again. We got to do it again. Like, we got to do this again. Well, guys, if y'all want to see this beauty in live, I'm trying to tell you, y'all got to come to the Detroit lineup. She going to everything that she told you guys today. Not only is she going to tell you, but she going to tell you exactly how to do it. That's the who better to tell you than her? Like I start sliding in her DMs myself and tell you, look. Guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, be here. The Still Posh Spirit Week, 12 o'clock tomorrow. Guess what? We got a financial advisor. I know y'all need to protect y'all money. Y'all need to make some money. So be here tomorrow, 12 o'clock, Raising the Bar podcast. This your girl, Precious Stevens of the Posh Academy, signing off. Bye, guys.